Hello and welcome to a quick overview of what's new in version 22.2. Let's start with Acterys Variance that has been significantly upgraded. So you can see the Variance visual here, and you might already see the new way of presenting data. So we always had the bars with the Variance visualization, but now a lot of effort has been made to turn this into a KPI card. So you can see already here, this is more the KPI card orientated use of the visual as opposed to the original one, which was more focused on small multiples variance visualization. So what we also see here now are the new forecasting features. So we see there's a vertical line here now, and that's the cutoff date. So up until this cutoff date, it will show the normal variance. And then from this cutoff date, it will not show anymore the results scenario, which is called comparison in the visual, but it will only show the value scenario, which is typically a plan scenario. And then it's not just the display, but it's the result calculation as well. So when you're using this cutoff, it will show the actuals, or will calculate the actuals up until this point. And then for the rest of the period, the plan. And that will give you a projection, and it will also show you the cutoff date, the projection from, in this case, the cutoff date is May, and then the variance to the total plan, whatever that was. In this case, we had a total plan across the entire year of 26.8 million. And the projected results, so the actuals up until 5, and then from then the plan. The difference to this plan is 8.4 million, which equates to 31%. And to set this cutoff date, this is now a option in the visual. So if you look at the visual options here, we have now a property here for cutoff period. So that means that this is turned on. And you can also see where this is set at the moment. So you can see I have at the moment a cutoff index of 4. The reason that this is 4 is because we're starting at 0. So this would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is set at 4 at the moment. And the users can change this, but you have to be in edit mode. So, and this is on purpose, so that not everyone can change this cutoff date. But you have to have the rights to be in edit mode, which I am here. So this is not read mode. And if you're in edit mode, you can go to the edit mode in the visual, which is obviously two different things. So the edit mode in the visual and the edit mode of the Power BI report are two different things. Both of them have to be turned on to change this. And then once you're in edit mode, you can just right click on the bar. You can see if now the new label index is 5 and the period is 21.6. So that has changed now the display. So I'm seeing now the actuals until this cutoff date. Then for the rest, the plan. There's unfortunately a bug in Power BI visuals that this doesn't get updated. So the visual doesn't get the latest data. But we can easily fix this by just clicking on refresh here. And that will give you the bars as well until the end of the period. So we've got now the cutoff date 6. We have the updated total, so the actuals up until 6. And then the plans, so 35.59 projection from June. So this is the new cutoff date projection feature. The next one is the KPI card focus customization. So you have now the option to customize every little aspect of the display. So you can see here now, show the comparison, show the value total, show scenario label, show variance in percent. So all the aspects that you see here, the plan value, the absolute difference, the relative difference, all this you can customize here now if you want to show it, in what format you want to show it, and so on. So it really makes for a great way to show your KPIs, obviously with all the Power BI features. So you can see you've got the tooltips here. You could do the drill throughs, you could do custom tooltips, all that. And even in a small display like we have here, the visual is really only quite small. Also, obviously the drill down. So you can drill down to whatever categories you have in the visual. Other thing that I just quickly wanted to mention here, important from a visualization perspective, is that you're using the same scale here so that they are comparable. And this is also what's possible. As these are separate visuals, we can't do this automatically. If you're using the small multiples, then obviously that is automatically scaled to a maximum. But if it's different visuals, you can't do this. So what we are now also supporting here is the option to set a scale. So if we go down here in the visual properties, you see now here you've got axis maximum, and if you have this all at the same maximum value, so in my case here it's 5 million, then the bars will be all comparable. So this bar here will compare to that one and so on. So it will really give you a proper understanding of, what's my profit, what's my revenue, and they really directly compare to each other. We often see the mistake that people make where they have, one scale here, one scale there. It looks like they're similar in value, but they're not, because the scales are completely different. One other minor thing, you can also now set the angle for the label. If the label doesn't fit, you have no options to set that as well. And obviously all the features that used to be in the previous version of the visual as well.